Putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Looking for room. It's Berry. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quarterback changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Throws for the tight end. Gets a hand in there.
And this is a rhythm timing throw. They're in zone defense behind. Sometimes you got to wait for that second window to open up before you throw this slant. But not being on the same page, defense breaking on the football, that wasn't a great play by this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
Complete. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Ford. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And, man, this is exactly how you wanted to script this game. Your defense comes out, gets a stop, do a nice job in special teams. Now you get that first down. The juices are flowing. Everybody's feeling confident now. The offense is feeling good. I look, Jesse, for them to open it up now. Try to create an explosive play. They got some of that momentum early.
Yeah, and this is what coaches love to see, too, right? Complementary football for everything you just talked about. And now, if you're the offensive coordinator, you got that first down. This might be an opportunity to take a shot like David said. The defense might be expecting run here. Take a look at what their personnel is. If you got the matchup you like, don't be afraid to take a shot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Russell rolls right. He's going to run it. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Breaks the tackle. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Russell. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with the sack.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing Russell. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Off play action on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Going to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Berry. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick give. It's Berry. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. On play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. Finds his man. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the third down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Leaving the punt team on the sideline, they'll go for it 4th and short from the 45. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Pulls it in. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU right back to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quick completion on the out route. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hits inside, it's Berry. And he's in! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals! It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt, needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays, you got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The running back has it. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Now here's Russell. Rushes on. Trying to make magic with his feet. That'll be enough to move the chains, and it'll all... Take us to the 2-minute timeout. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give to the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Drives inside. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on fourth. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making the adjustment. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Down inside the 35, stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play. Drops back on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He makes a catch. The stop is made, and this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Hand off from the shotgun. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Moving the pocket, it's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown LSU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Now, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's Ole Miss setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And it moves their mark to 8-1 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Hey, put the brakes on it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Right side, it's 4. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? The run inside. It's Hill. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The lone back's got it. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Keelan Russell. Left side is Rodgers. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Hill. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They go play action with Russell. Out wide left, it's Ford. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Powers forward. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Fires to the middle. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Great place to start for this offense. Behind to crease, it's Hill.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They give it back to him. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. In Baton Rouge, a huge 3rd down coming up. Now here's Russell, complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The give on the counter. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Tight end now in motion. Run in the red zone, it's Hill. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Push is ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
They'll give it to him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short and teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Handoff again. Touchdown tie! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Dive into the playbook here on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throwing on the run. He's got it up to 30. Touchdown, Tiger. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. It's Riley. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Burrowing for yardage. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. To the air, it's Levitt. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Out wide right, it's Green. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's changing the play. Play action on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. He's got it on the run. Elevates over his man. Touchdown, Tigers. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just 1 possession away.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Enough to move the chains. Still on his feet at the 45. Sprinting away. The 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point was good. Deep in the end zone, it's Durham. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The Tide ready to roll on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Russell, buying time to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time, to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it, looking for a big play. He caught it down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Can the D deny them on second and goal? He wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Runs through a tackle. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He's got the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Keeps it on the ground. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Under pressure. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off.